Alright, stuck in. Well, I don't give a shit. Meow yourself. Yeah, I know. Damn cat. Alright, let me get situated for recording. God, this is a different layout for that. Plus, I gotta update the... Oh no, we don't want the soundboard in this. I don't want notifications in this. Yes, because we're recording the podcast in this window. Alright. Are you ready to record the podcast?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. 3, 2... Welcome to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I'm your host, Skinslip. That's the other host, Owen Neal. We watch some interesting movies, and tonight we have a doozy for you. Tonight we watched the heavy metal horror classic, Black Roses. Technically, we should have watched this after Rock and Roll Nightmare, but we will be watching that. We haven't watched, as of this recording, we're not watching that first. We actually have watched this one first. So I'm assuming we'll probably put the podcast in this order. If not, welcome to the second half of this podcast. I'm still your host, Skinslip. That's still your host, Owen. Anyway, Owen. So, you wanna? How's it going, Owen?
Good.
Yeah.
Just got a kitten attacking me.
Yeah, she's cute. We're live here on Twitch if you ever wanted to watch us when we record. Most times we're recording. Most times when we watch movies, we'll be streaming them also. But you can come watch us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Skinslip. Friday nights at, I don't know, sometime after 9 p.m. Pacific, usually. Usually. We're a little early this week, but it's not usual. So, anyway. Owen.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you take us through this movie, sir? So we can get on with it.
All right.
Tell us about this film.
Starts right off the bat with a little rock and roll concert with some demons.
Fuck yeah. Good makeup effects. Good shit.
You see a guy glued to the door, doesn't want to leave. They try to drag him out with some cops because they're going to shut down that concert, but they're attacked by some ghouls.
Ooh. Are you going through the movie as we talk about it, like last time?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Alright.
I just remember that. Then you cut to the... they were Lamborghinis, weren't they?
They indeed were. Lamborghini Countachs.
Little quaint town, and does his little demon hands and demands the band to put up flyers.
They do, of course.
And kind of puts an outrage in the town with the parents. Like, oh, no rock and roll in our town. But all the kids are like, yeah, rock and roll.
Because of the satanic nature of their lyrics, apparently.
And they're all like, all the kids are excited, all the 30-year-old kids.
Oh, yeah, they're all in high school, right? But they're all played by, like, late 20s, early 30s. You know the type. Typical 80s teenager, movie teenager.
We're introduced to the teacher. I don't remember his name, but
I don't remember his name. It's Diet Tom Atkins. That's his name.
All the kids seem to dig him in his English class.
Yeah, it's definitely an English class. But yes, he talks about a lot of poetry, but it's definitely an English class of some sort.
But the concert's happening, so all the parents show up in the back to make sure it's not that evil rock and roll. And
fluffy
comes out
band music. Ugh.
Yeah, it comes out and plays a little love ballad, and the parents are like, 20 seconds in, they're like, yeah, it's pretty good, and they leave.
Yeah, it's just typical music for
And as soon as they leave, smoke shoots up, and boom, their outfits change, and they get a little heavier.
Homoeroticism is cranked up to 11. Everyone's wearing tight leather, and it's very wet looking.
Yep.
It's excellent. It's total medical aesthetic that I love.
But next day, they're in class, and they seem kind of zombied out. They're just staring off into space, and they're not engaging with the teacher, and he's like,
I call him despondent, personally, but
yeah.
There's definitely a malaise that has fallen across the students who've attended the the concert the night before.
So even the, most of the parents in town don't even realize their freaking kids exist.
That's the point. It's why they're drawn to this music, basically.
Yeah. But the teacher goes and talks to the singer, who doesn't have his long hair anymore. He's got like a short cut and like a weird outfit on, like a big nerd. He looks like a big nerd, man. And he's just like, I know people don't understand our music, blah, blah. But he seems to know that the guy used to date the mayor's daughter, and
yeah,
the teacher's like,
I'll tell you what, this is Damien apparently, and I would say he definitely gives me a Satan vibe.
Yeah. So it turns out they're gonna do what, 4 shows,
yep.
And the rest are all free, and they're just handing out vinyl
to their fans, and they're handing out vinyl at the back of a truck. Oh, and the fight ensues randomly. And my favorite part is I saw a continuity error. This guy's holding a vinyl. He gets punched. He goes to fall. He starts to fall to the ground, holding the vinyl. And the next scene, it cuts to like another angle. He has no vinyl in his hand and he falls to the ground. I'm like, okay. I'm sure he's supposed to drop the vinyl, but I feel like there was like a moment where he staggers, drops the vinyl, and then gets punched again. And I think they just like trimmed it out. So it feels
doesn't make any sense because everyone was getting free vinyl.
I know.
I don't know why they're fighting over it.
Why are we fighting over it? Free vinyl. But yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Is it the shit starts kicking off after the second show, right?
Yeah, it starts to really get ramping up after the second show. Yeah.
Yeah. They do the second show, and what was it? Children, Dean, something. Army. Something My Army. I'm trying to remember the song.
I don't remember the song.
It was something about, you're in my army now or whatever. So then they go out and do some mild vandalism. Like rock and roll, yeah. Smash that trash can.
Yeah, we broke a window or two. Hooray! Rebellion.
Now they're like fully in. They're in class. They're just all wearing black. They're just like, fuck you dead poets. Damien is the best poet. Which, I disagree with that, but they're under a spell, so it's okay. Now I'm trying to remember, is it the third concert where shit? It's before the third concert where they start going really crazy, or is it after?
No, it's after the third concert is when they start killing people.
Alright.
After the second concert is when they start vandalizing. The third concert is when they start killing people. And the fourth concert, yeah.
So then, the third concert happens. Then shit gets crazy. One of the dads calls his dad, yells at his son for having an earring.
Calls him the F word. Not fuck, by the way, the other F word. A homosexual slur.
Yep. You're either that or a pirate, and I don't see no ship in my yard, is what he said.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, great. Steers and queers in Texas, great. Yeah, okay.
And he tries to shut
up. The joke's real funny. It's so witty. Ha, 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 ha. By the way, you've seen this character actor in a million things. He's that mob guy. I think he was in Sopranos, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
I mean, everyone was in Sopranos. But no, I mean, like, he's a known character actor playing basically the stereotypical New Jersey guy. That's who he plays.
He shuts off the music. Keeps coming back on. He's like, what the hell? And then the record's all bubbly, black. So cool. And a creature comes out the speaker, kills him.
Yeah.
Drags him into the speaker.
Big tackle maggot or something. And he's like grabs him in the face and he's like pulls him into the speaker. And it's so cool. Yeah, I really love that special effect, by the way. That was a really fun.
I like all the puppets and stuff they have, but they're like not well puppeteered. So it's kind of an awkward fight where he's like, I'm gonna fight you, and then things just kind of like
he falls down and he kind of just crawls away instead of just getting up and walking away. Right away. He just crawls
like
away.
A minute before it even gets to him, just kind of wobbling around.
Yeah, pretty much.
You see that in like all of the puppet fights. Still a puppet fight, so it's still entertaining. It's just kind of awkward.
It's a bit awkwardly shot too, and I feel like Jesus Christ. Sorry, someone went off. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Oh my God. Hold on one second. Can we please stop yelling? I'm trying to record a podcast. Thanks. Oh, Jesus fuck sakes. No respect. Headphones, they fell. I'm probably gonna get shit for that because, you know, I never ask for simple things like people being quiet. Anyway, where were we? What part were we talking about? Talking about the giant. Oh,
Puppets.
there was a lot of shots in the sequences with like the puppets. And it feels like there were like just like it'd be like puppet dude, puppet dude, puppet dude, puppet dude, puppet dude, intenseness, puppet dude. I feel like there's just too many cutaways. I feel like either they need to have longer shots or they need to have it happen quicker. Cause, like it felt like it was over edited.
Yeah. Speaking of awkward shots, back when the guy was talking to the band guy, the teacher, there's like that shot they're shooting down like at him, and all of a sudden the camera just flips completely around the other side.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Shoots up the hallway.
It breaks the 180 rule.
Happened?
That's called breaking the 180 rule. That's pretty common in low budget films when like your script supervisor misses something. You know, like oh you can't shoot from this angle because of this. And they do that sometimes when they want to do a jump scare, but that's a different thing, right? In this case, it was just bad filmmaking, like for a second. And that's not to say that this is a bad movie, by the way. These are just These are just flaws I noticed because I'm a fucking snob, you know.
Yeah, the biggest one was the stuttery stuff sometimes.
Oh, that's because when you are filming the film and when you have the camera, if you're just trying to hold it still, it's never really still. It's because you're still there's minor muscle movements that the camera picks up, okay? And then other times what it was, there's two different things that were happening here. That was happening in some shots, right? In other shots, there was wiggle room in the telesync process when they mastered it. So as it's going through the gate of the film to get captured by the digital capture thing, it's wobbling back and forth a slight bit, like ever so slowly. And you only notice it because it's coming through at 24 frames a second. Because what's happening is it's capturing, here's a picture, frame, here's the next frame, here's the next frame. So to it's not moving, and no one notices it's moving until you get in there and watch it later, and then it's going, woo, 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 woo. And it was only a few shots, by the way. It wasn't like super noticeable in a lot of shots. So I still think most of the time it's the camera up, just not holding it super steady. And they should have locked the camera down. That was about it. But yeah, it's just a minor technical flub in the transfer of this and the making of this DVD. But yeah, sorry about the lecture.
It was still really noticeable in some shots.
Oh my god, the thing just stopped recording. What the fuck? Okay, I will just chop off the end of the stream. Whatever, it's fine. Keep going. It's no big deal.
All right.
My end just stopped recording magically for no reason. How much? Hold on. I gotta see how much it decided to record. It recorded 158 megabytes. Am I just out of space on this drive? Fuck. Properties. No, I have 50 gigs free on this drive. 1 second. Where did it cut off? We might just be able to record and pick up. And then...
Yeah, you tell him.
Basically, the stereotypical New Jersey guy. That's who he... Oh, wow. Cut off when we were talking about New Jersey guy. Never mind. All right. We'll continue on. And I'll take it out of the stream. No big deal. It's just annoying.
Oh, yeah. Let's just run through some of the kills of the kids.
Sure,
so, yeah,
sure.
the guy that backed over his mom.
That was really lame. That's the worst kill in the whole movie.
Yeah, the guy that shot his dad multiple times in the head.
That was really crazy because he fucked this, like, one of the chicks from the concert, and then he walks out slowly with a gun and just says, "Hey, Dad." He's like, "What? I love you." And then bam, 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 unloads all 6 bullets into his face. Like, it's like, whoa.
I think that girl was the band member, because then
I
she
think so.
disappeared.
Yeah, I think you're right. I must have missed that.
I guess that makes him a higher ghoul than the rest of them. If you get with a band member, right? You're
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
And there's.
You have to be, I would assume. I don't. You can't just sleep with a band unless you're higher rank, right? Or...
And then the girl brings her friend over, who then plays strip card game with the dad.
Strip gin.
And they're gonna have sex, and then the dad just has a heart attack.
Yeah.
I thought he was a single dad, but then later the wife's just like, my mom found him dead.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, oh. He was saying that her mom, he's like, oh, where's Mrs. Thornton? She's like, oh, she's working to support the household, I think is what he said. And then they started playing strip gin, and he was like, okay. You know. Strip gin.
Then she told the guidance counselor that the mom came home at 3 a.m. found him dead when she got home from playing cards.
Yeah, maybe that's how she's earning money to keep the household up, man, dude.
Don't think so.
Professional gambler, you know.
With the ladies.
Hey! Those little bitties can be rich. You never know.
And also, that girl kills the therapist, throws him out the window. Gets a demon face, and throws him out the window.
Yeah. He's like, open the window to for fresh air or something, and then the person just chucks him out.
She said she wanted to scream out a window.
Oh, right.
Dad died. And then she had a demon face for like 2 seconds. Like,
yeah, I remember the demon face. The demon face is pretty cool. In the third concert, they're playing the music and like people are turning to these demon face, like, he's like, pointing at them. They become the part of the demon army, which made them all like weird stretched out heads and shit. It was kind of cool. I like the effects.
I'm sure there's some more kills, but let's skip ahead.
I don't think so. I think that was most of them, in fact.
Probably. But you have the teacher figuring stuff out. He's reading some books about witchcraft and demons, and the library.
The one girl
shows up.
The one lady gets into her car after playing tennis and gets her throat slit. That was another one.
Mayor's daughter.
Yeah. That's the one.
That girl, the student, tries to hit on the teacher. He's not interested. So she's like, oh, it's her. So she goes and slits her throat and apparently lights her on fire, which we don't see.
Lights the car on fire, but the coroner
calls.
Someone mentions at the end of the movie that, like, oh, she was dead before the car caught fire. Oh.
So then she finds him at the library. No, the library was first, right? Library
I think so,
kills her. And then later that night, she's at his house, stripping her clothes off, and
yes.
He bitch slaps her when she's trying to suck his dick.
Yeah. I had to cover that up for the audience here on stream.
And then she turns into a demon with a long neck.
Yeah, and then they fight, and he gets chased around the house by her craziness, and he finally kills her. How did he kill her?
He stabs her in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right.
It's another one of those where it's like, that's a cool puppet.
And at one point you see it.
Fight.
Yeah, you actually at one point you see the arm of the puppet, and then the fucking cylinder that's like powering the animatronics is just jutting out here. And I was like, oh look, there's the rod that helps move the puppet too. And it's like, oh, okay. It's the one flub I saw that one of the effects when you saw it on camera you shouldn't have.
Yeah, so he's like, enough of this shit. I'm going to that concert with road flares and some gasoline.
Yeah.
By
the way, he goes to the gas station and just says, fills up some gas, and then buys some flares from the dude. I'm like, he doesn't look suspicious at all.
I thought he was buying dynamite for a second.
Oh, that's hilarious. Gasoline and dynamite, just for reasons.
And then my favorite part of the movie where he just walks right through the middle of the concert, walks up to the stage and starts pouring gas on it with nobody noticing.
No one gives a shit until Damien looks over and goes, "Get that man!" And then
he's doing a demon voice, and then he goes like, "Get that man!"
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And I guess his three main guys turn ghoulish, grab him, and he's rolling around in the gas, which never comes into play. He rolls around the gas, and then Damien turns into his demon form.
Hell yeah.
Like an ET Rancor. Pretty
fucking rad, dude.
And then
it is like an ET Rancor. That is true. It is like an ET Rancor. I didn't even think about that. It looked cool.
And then the worst fight ever.
It's pretty lame.
Of like, that one was like a guy in a suit but it's just like he just kind of stood there, and the teacher was like punching him in the face, kicks him in the nuts and his demon nuts.
And this demon cloaca. Oh. He has no sexual genitalia. He just kicks him in the nub where his dick would be.
You think, you're like, oh shit, he's turned into his demon form. I don't think he hit it once. He might have pushed him once.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
And then there's that one girl on stage. I assume it was a student. Was like shocked and horrified, like, ah. I'm like, wouldn't she be part of that? She's in the background, like horrified about what's going on. I'm like, this is weird.
I didn't notice her at all.
Yeah. And then even though he's covered with gas from flopping around in a bunch, although he does get that girl that was all scared and just throws her off the stage.
That was hilarious. He just chucks her like fucking luggage. Just whoop! Two fists, like, grabs her waistband, grabs her neck, and just throws her off the fucking stage. I'm like, whoa! Alright then.
And then he sets off that road flare, not hurting himself.
Somehow not catching it. The fact that he rolled around in gas, you know.
And the demon goes up, the band goes up, and it breaks the trance on the kids, and they're like, oh shit! And they run out screaming.
And then
seemingly the band just keeps playing because it's just rock music.
Yeah, no, and you actually see the other bandmen were still playing music. So, I mean, you know, and then
everyone runs out. Yeah. One of the guy comes out on fire, and he's just like, fuck me! He's just waving his arm around. He doesn't even hit it. He's like, eh.
And then there's a news report the next day saying that
the Black Rose is selling out Madison Square Garden 4 nights in a row.
Even though they just got, quote-unquote, burnt to death.
Yep.
Fire. Dun, dun,
That's how
dun.
it ends. So I guess the question is, did that band die and there's just multiple Black Roses, different demons, or did the demons just survive?
Or maybe demons are from hell and fire doesn't kill them.
That is true. I mean, I guess he didn't really necessarily know they were demons.
Yeah, he didn't. He just thought they were some weird monsters.
Could have been an alien for all he knows.
That's true. It could have just been a random monster. It doesn't have to be demons.
It's also funny because they're just listening to like TV and it's the mayor and the teacher. They don't seem like shocked. They're not like, oh my God, they're still out there. They're just like, they're not in our town.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh, okay.
They know better than coming around here.
So yeah, that was John Fasano's masterpiece, Black Roses. I met John Fasano at Kamikaze, I want to say 2012, maybe in 2011 actually. I had a board game store with a friend, and we had gone there to sell board games, and I was wandering the store, or the floor, and I saw this guy, a bunch of DVDs sitting in front of him, wearing like I want to say he was wearing a black or a jean vest with like metal patches on it. We started talking. I had no idea who he was. I'm like, oh, Rock and Roll Nightmare. I think I've heard about that movie. Like, oh yeah, I directed this. And he started talking. He told me all about this movie and Rock and Roll Nightmare, and Zombie Nightmare, another movie he did. And I ended up buying Black Roses, Zombie Nightmare, and Rock and Roll Nightmare, and Tenement Game of Survival, which he did the cover for, the DVD cover for, because he's also an artist. He's published in G-Fan magazine actually a few issues for doing some pinups and covers and stuff. So there's that. Anyway, so you know, I bought all these signed DVDs from him, and now, was this 8 years later? I'm finally watching them. 7 years later, whatever it is. It only took me 7 years, right? So yeah, I really like these movies. But this movie, I thought this was awesome. I thought the monsters were really cool. I thought the premise was really neat. Even though I don't think it was entirely well executed, I think this is seriously a 3.5 star film, easy.
Yeah.
Out of 5, so we're clear.
I might go 3.5.
That's it, 3.5 out of 5, yeah.
I thought you said 3.
No, solid 3.5. It'd be a 4 if the effects were, if the effect sequences, like the fighting with the monsters, were a little bit more, trimmed down and like streamlined, and we didn't see the stupid rod for the puppet.
If you can embrace and enjoy the very terrible puppet fights, then you're all set.
It's
like,
super
they're so
cheesy.
awkward.
It's super cheesy, but like it's fun. Yeah, they are so awkward. You're right.
They're like really slow.
Yeah, it's not even that they're slow. I think it's just that they're shot too long. You know what I mean? Anyway, So what are we watching next week, Owen?
Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Oh, you're gonna pick Rock and Roll Nightmare for your pick?
Might as well. It was gonna
Alright.
be Trick or Treat, but Halloween's over.
Rock and Roll Nightmare. Also signed. I had this one actually. So Black Roses is signed by John Fasano and Carol Sorrell and what was the other person's name? Carla Ferrigno, I think. Yeah. Anyway, and then I have Rock and Roll Nightmare, which is signed by John McElfleur and John Fasano and some other people. There's more. Like he signed. Like all weird parts of these are signed. On one of them, the disc is signed. I don't know why, but yeah. So Rock and Roll Nightmare, also released by Synapse. Wrong camera. Sorry. Beautiful, beautiful cover. It's probably out of print. Sorry, guys. Not my problem. And yeah, we'll see you next week for our next episode for Rock and Roll. Oh, did you have any closing statements? Any closing thoughts?
I mean, if you've never seen Black Roses, you have to.
I think it's really good. I think it's definitely a must-see at least once. Because most people are going to like this, I think, to give it a chance. Most people who like this kind of movie, horror movies, are going to like this to give it a chance, I think. So, yeah, so we'll see you next week for Rock and Roll Nightmare, and take it easy, guys. Peace.